Meditation, like adventuring, benefits from a balance of expertise and naivete. There are undeniably benefits which come from a stable practice, like building concentration. But there are also benefits to keeping a spirit of curiosity, of open-mindedness. These are traits we tend to have a lot of as children, but steadily lose as we age and take on more responsibility and become more aware of the quote-unquote real world and its many serious demands. In some sense, meditation is a process of unlearning the habits we have picked up over the course of our life which no longer serve us. Habits which, in some cases, can prevent us from getting the things we really want. At the same time, we should be careful what we seek. Sometimes our intentions may not actually be what we believed them to be. For example, let's say you are setting out on this meditation journey in search of happiness or bliss. I believe that you can indeed find that through meditation. But you are likely to first encounter tremendous discomfort along the way. Many things worth doing take patience and sacrifice, and if you're not prepared for setbacks, you may be disappointed and give up. So we can approach challenges with a spirit of curiosity, of lightheartedness. Sometimes the less serious path, or less direct path, or less aggressive path serves us better. This is not because one method is better or worse than any other, but because we need the right method, the right attitude, and the right tools for different challenges along the way. It can be helpful to play around with your method. If you're feeling too sleepy during sits, see if you can find more alertness in your posture, or give more attention to your inhale or in-breath. But if you are finding yourself too uptight, then perhaps a little more relaxation will suit you better. Try lying down or granting more attention to the exhale, the out-breath. As we slowly move in these practices from building confidence to building concentration, you may discover that sometimes you are trying too hard, are clamping down with your attention, and can benefit from loosening up. But sometimes we are unfocused because we are too loose. Our intention is so soft that our troubleshooting brain is louder than our attention, and our mind wanders simply because we haven't committed it to an object of focus. In this case, the same challenge, lack of concentration, can come from a different source, and accordingly, each challenge benefits from a different approach. So if we are too attached to a single method, if we don't strike a balance, if we don't bring playfulness, curiosity, and flexibility to our practice, we may find ourselves frustrated by how things are turning out for us. I hope that none of this scares you. These are not intended to be a list of things you must keep in mind at all times or perfectly perform to get meditation right. They're just intended as reminders to stay gentle and compassionate with yourself. If something isn't working well for you, that is not a failure. It's actually a profound victory. Noticing that something isn't sitting well creates an opportunity to try something new. All feedback is good feedback. So as we continue to increase the length of our sits, minute by minute, don't be afraid to try new things and see how they feel for you. You are the only one who can decide what you need moment to moment. And just by trying these practices, you are taking a huge step in the direction of figuring that out. Okay, let's get started. Maybe do some neck circles or a quick stretch, something to take gentle care of your body. Find a posture that is comfortable for you, something that strikes a balance between alertness and relaxation. Let's begin with a few deep breaths. And as you're breathing, just check in with yourself. What are you bringing into this meditation? What has your day been like before this moment? What do you have coming up after this? And how do you feel about these things? Is there any tension you might be carrying in your body from what lies ahead or behind you? Many of us carry tension in our shoulders, or our necks, or our chest, or somewhere else we know tenses up as things become stressful. If you notice you are carrying tension in one of these places, just bring your attention to it. There's a chance that the tension will disappear or lessen as you rest your attention there, but don't force it. If the tension stays, that's totally okay too. Even just noticing that it's there can change your relationship with it in a positive way. We are generally more affected by tension that we are ignoring, that we brace against, or that we try to force away. And we can also carry tension in more subtle places. Our eyebrows and forehead, our feet, our fingers. See if you can check in with these parts of yourself. The smaller, quieter parts of yourself that don't get as much attention. See if you can bring a gentle attention to these areas. Investigate how they're feeling. Is there any tension here? Warmth, tingling, numbness. There's no right or wrong answer. And again, just bringing attention to these areas can help you come into a more honest relationship with your body right now. By feeling and perhaps relaxing, if you can, your fingers and toes, you can check in with how you're doing right now. All right, that's great. Now you can just let all that go, unless you're having a great time feeling your toes, in which case keep it up, you do you. We've taken a second to consider what we're bringing into this sit, and what we might be picking up after it. But for the rest of our time, only about 90 seconds or so, let's just continue to be with our bodies right now, as much as we can be. We can reintroduce our phrase from our last session, to sit and know we're sitting. We're not trying to change anything about our experience, just observe it. If it feels good, you could imagine what you might look like right now. Sitting in this chair, or on the cushion, or couch, or ground. What is the texture of the surface beneath you? What is the temperature of the air? How is your body moving along with your breath, rising and falling? How much light is around you? You don't need to answer all of these questions. These are not tasks, just tools. Can you feel your heartbeat or pulse anywhere in your body? Just possible questions that might bring you more fully into this present moment. Does any part of you itch or feel fidgety? No right or wrong answers. Wonderful. Remember, there's no getting it wrong. And if some part of you is itching now because I said the word itch, feel free to rub or scratch it gently. The goal when we're meditating is not to force our bodies into perfect stillness, but to bring as much awareness as we can to our bodies and our experience overall. So if you ever need to adjust your posture or your clothes, or scratch an itch, or wipe some snot running down your nose, or whatever, that is okay. We are not trying to discipline our bodies into perfect stillness. If you want to try sitting with the discomfort or sensation, you can feel free to give it a try. Who knows what you might learn from not scratching an itch? Again, we welcome curiosity, and it can be fascinating to just watch how sensations change. But the important thing is that we're not forcing ourselves to be uncomfortable or rigid. You don't get any prize or meditation bonus points for keeping perfectly still during a session. The intention is towards gentle awareness, not rigid or competitive self-restraint. Now, maintaining this awareness as much as you can, I invite you to open your eyes if they were closed, or raise your gaze. You have permission to smile if it feels right to you, and give yourself a pat on the back. You did it. 4 minutes of sitting with yourself. That's exactly 4 times longer than where we started. Be well, my friend, and I will see you next time.